Okay. This is the quick recap of Unit 2, Part 1. What have we done up to now? Unit 2, it's chemical and cellular basis of life. Elemental composition of living matter, element essential for life is 20 to 25% of from 92 naturally occurring elements. Humans have 25 elements and plants have 17 elements. In living matter, 96% of body mass is OCHN and other 4% is calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur and other elements, right? Physical and chemical properties of water important for life. The second part. Water is a vital inorganic molecule. It's inorganic and it's vital chemical constituent of living cells, right? It's provide the biological medium for living organisms. The water molecule is small, polar and angular molecule. What is the meaning of polar? There's uneven charge distribution within the molecule, right? In water, oxygen is slightly negative and hydrogen is slightly positive. So properties of water based on the chemical structure of water. Physical and chemical properties of water provide the ability to render the vitality, right? There are hydrogen bonds in water. What are hydrogen bonds? They are weak interactions between slightly negative O atoms of water molecule and slightly positive H atoms of adjacent water molecule. They are weak interactions, not within the molecule, but between molecules, right? Due to hydrogen bonds, properties of water occur. When water is in liquid form, hydrogen bonds are very fragile. They form, break and reform with a great frequency. You should be able to draw the picture of hydrogen bonds within water molecules. Then properties of water to maintain life on earth. What are the properties of water? There are four main properties. Cohesive behavior is the first one, right? Cohesion means attraction between water molecules. Addition means attraction between water molecules and other molecules. Due to cohesive behavior, water acts as a transport medium. Due to cohesion and adhesion, water and its dissolved minerals passes as a continuous column through xylem against gravity. And due to cohesive behavior, there is high surface tension in water. Due to cohesion, water forms a film, water film. So the insects like water stakers can walk on the surface of water, right? Those are the property cohesive behavior, right? Then the next property of water is ability to moderate temperature. As water has a high specific heat, water can absorb or release high amount of heat by slight change in temperature, right? During temperature fluctuations, temperature is stable in water bodies and aquatic bodies and living systems. So water function as a thermal buffer. Then high heat of vaporization. Water has a high heat of vaporization. So with minimum loss of water, we can release much heat energy. It helps to maintain body surfaces cool. So it prevent from overheating. In humans, by sweating, we release heat energy, much heat energy, and we can cool our body surface. In plants, by translocation, they cool their plant surfaces and also it prevents overheating due to the sunlight, right? Then the next property of water is expansion upon freezing. So water expands when freeze. So usually when in a liquid, when a temperature is increased, density is reduced. When the temperature is reduced, density will increase. When in winter, what happens? When the temperature is reducing, the water density will increase. But when it is below 4 Celsius, water begins to freeze. What happens? The maximum density of water is in 4 Celsius. When freezing, it expands. Expands means its density reduces. So the maximum density is in 4 Celsius. So as the density is reduced in ice will be float on water. Then in the winter, aquatic organisms can survive in water. Right. Then the next property is versatility as a solvent. Due to polarity, they form hydrogen bonds with solvents. Right. So the solubility is depending on hydrogen bonds, polarity. Right. Depending on polarity, not on ionic nature. What are water soluble things? Polar molecules are water soluble like glucose, and non-polar ionic things are water soluble like sodium chloride. Both polar and ionic things also are water soluble like lysozymes. Then we discuss about chemical nature functions of main organic compounds. First, we discuss about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the most abundant group of organic compounds. Elemental composition is OCH. Hydrogen to oxygen ratio is always 2 to 1. General formula is CxH2OY. There are 3 groups of carbohydrates: monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides and disaccharides are considered as sugars. Then we discussed about monosaccharides. Monosaccharides are the simplest form of carbohydrates. General formula is CH2ON. They all are reduced in sugars. All are water soluble. All the monosaccharides are in crystalline form. The amount of carbon molecules in monosaccharide might be vary from 3 to 7. When there is 3 carbon atoms, we call it as triose. What is the example for triose? Glyceraldehyde. Phosphoglyceraldehyde is a derivative of glyceraldehyde. Then when there are 4 carbon atoms, we call it as tetrose. Erythrose is the example for tetrose, but it is rare in nature. When there are 5 carbon atoms, we call it as pentose. What are the examples? Ribose, deoxyribose, and ribulose. RUBP is a derivative of ribulose. When there are 6 carbon atoms, we call it as hexose. What are the examples? Glucose, fructose, and galactose. According to carbonyl group, there are 2 types of monosaccharides: aldoses and ketoses. Glucose and galactose are aldoses. Fructose is a ketone. In aqueous media, monosaccharides are in ring form. Then we discuss about disaccharides. All the disaccharides are sugars. They are formed by condensation reaction between 2 monosaccharide molecules forming a glycosidic bond. So 2 monosaccharide molecules bind together to form a disaccharide molecule. You should be able to write down the equation. From one monosaccharide, a OH group is removed and other monosaccharide H is removed. So altogether H2O is removed and forming a glycosidic bond. There are 3 types of disaccharides. Glucose plus glucose, it is maltose. Glucose plus fructose, it is sucrose. Glucose plus galactose, it is lactose. Due to the reducing nature, we categorize disaccharides into 2 groups. Reducing sugars are maltose and lactose. Sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. Then we discuss about polysaccharides. What are the characteristics of polysaccharides? All the polysaccharides are macromolecules. What is the meaning of macromolecule? Their molecular weight is more than 10 to the power 4 to 5 and they are polymers. All the polysaccharides are biopolymers. They are composed of few hundred to few thousand monosaccharides. all the polysaccharides are not considered as sugars. They are not water soluble, and they are not in crystalline form. We can categorize polysaccharide according to their function. There are storage polysaccharides and structural polysaccharides. What are the storage polysaccharides? Starch and glycogen. What are the structural polysaccharides? Cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. We also can categorize polysaccharides according to the architecture. There are linear polysaccharides and branch polysaccharides. What are linear polysaccharides? Cellulose and amylose. What are the branch polysaccharides? Glycogen, hemicellulose, and amylopectin. We have to remember the examples for polysaccharide. Starch is made up of glucose. It is the storage sugar stored in plants. Then glycogen also made up of glucose. It's stored in animals and fungi. Then cellulose also made of glucose. It's in cell wall of plants and chlorophytes. Then inulin is made up of fructose. It is the storage polysaccharide in Dahlia tubers. Pectin is made up of galacturonic acid. It is in middle lamella. Then hemicellulose is made up of pentoses and hexoses. It is in cell wall. Then chitin is made up of glucosamine, a nitrogen containing polysaccharide, right? It is in cell wall of fungi, fungal cell wall, and exoskeletal of arthropods. Then we discussed about functions of carbohydrate. What are the functions of carbohydrate? Monosaccharides act as energy source, and they are the building blocks of disaccharides and polysaccharides, and also they are component in nucleotides. Then disaccharide, lactose is the storage sugar in milk, and sucrose is the storage sugar in sugarcane, and they are translocated in plant xylem. Then maltose is in germinating seeds. Then we discuss about polysaccharide, the same thing. Storage polysaccharides, starch in plants and chlorophytes. Then glycogen in animals and fungi, inulin in Dahlia tuber. Then structural polysaccharide, cellulose in cell wall of plants and chlorophytes, pectin in middle lamella of plants, hemicellulose in plant cell wall, peptidoglycan in cell wall of prokaryotes, then chitin in cell wall of fungi and exoskeleton of arthropods. Then we discuss a little about lipids. Lipids are hydrophobic molecules. They are insoluble in water. They might be soluble in some organic solvents. They are large biological molecule, but don't consider as macromolecules or polymers. The elemental composition is OCH, same as the carbohydrate, but the hydrogen to oxygen ratio is more than 2:1. Always there are more hydrogen than oxygen, way more hydrogen than oxygen. There are three types of biological important types of lipids. What are they? Fats and oils, phospholipids, and steroids. That's all, right? That's what we